Well, look, before we start, since it'll be the first question anyways, we're very optimistic still with Tyrese, and we're working with multiple professionals as far as getting all the opinions together. And we have a whole group of our medical staff just making sure that all the information that's given out is correct. But we are optimistic, and when they get that information, they will share it with you guys. He clearly will not play tonight. Harrison will not play tonight. Him and Mezzi came and tried to get some work in earlier, and neither one could go. So Metu will be out as well, and we'll go from there.
Okay, we will start with James Ham.
Yeah, Luke, not to beat a dead horse here, but when do you expect us to hear something on this?
Yeah, I mean, soon. It's they're working on it, so it's not like we're not trying to get the information out there. We're not hiding anything. But whenever that information all comes in and the powers to be communicated out, that information will be sent to you, and well, that'll happen when it happens. I can't give you an exact time.
Katie Hunter.
Okay, kind of along the same lines of the injury situation, I think this is like day 12 of the 10 to 14 day range for De'Aaron. Is there any update on kind of where he's at in the protocol and what needs to be done for him to be able to play again?
Yeah, there's no update other than he's still in the health and safety protocol, and that he's clearly not with us on this trip. So we got tonight's game, tomorrow night's game. We'll get back home and see where we're at.
Marshall Harris.
Luke, you've had a couple of days, I guess, to kind of figure things out with knowing you're now very shorthanded. What kind of adjustments can you make to put your team in the best position, specifically relating to Marvin Bagley and your usage of him going forward?
Yeah, we're going to continue to use him. It's like I said last game, it was nice having him back. He gave a big time performance for us, and we're going to need him to be aggressive. We still need him to play within the concepts of what we're trying to do, but we're going to be running stuff for him. You'll see us kind of splitting him and Buddy. They'll both start, but you'll see us splitting them more so now, just to kind of keep one of those guys on the court. And it's going to be we're missing a lot of our offensive output, so we're going to need, again, like that Dallas game, everyone to step up. But as far as usage rate, you'll see Marvin. You'll see that number rise with him.
Sean Cunningham.
Yeah, back to Ty for a minute. Kind of a two-parter. Is he still with the team, or did y'all send him back to Sacramento?
No, he's with us.
Okay, and then just is it encouraging, being that you guys are looking at multiple opinions and things like that, and it's not maybe possibly the worst case scenario that a lot of people may have feared?
Yes, we are. We are encouraged. We are encouraged, yes.
Go back to Katie Hunter.
So with Ty out, I'm assuming that you're going to be kind of leaning on DeLon, who is obviously, it's nice having kind of a backup that has starting experience, especially this season. Can you comment on what he's going to need to provide for you and his play the last couple games as well?
Yeah, he's had some big fourth quarters for us the last two times out, and his role usage rate will go way up as well. And to your point, Katie, he has started before, so that's it's comforting having that on your team, somebody that's been out there and done it and had success doing it. So his will go up, and we'll get Kyle Guy and some of these other guys out there playing more, and it really just has to be all hands on deck to give us, to put us in positions to continue to play well and give us chances to win some more games. But like I said, the group has been playing really well lately, and we expect them to continue to come out and give that type of effort.
Jason Anderson.
Hey, Luke, with Ty, have you guys ruled out any tears or structural damage?
That'll all be out there in the medical update. I'll just continue to say we are optimistic about it.
Mark Jones.
Hey, Luke, what's up?
Hey, Mark.
Hey, just if you could just characterize for me what your communications were like with Marvin during the time he was away, and just what kind of workouts, what kind of things you might have had him make an emphasis on while he was away and getting his work in? If you can characterize those communications for us a little bit.
Well, he's in communication with the training staff on where he was, what we needed him doing. And then as soon as he rejoined the team, and got cleared, he started the basketball work part of it again with our player development staff. And he did a fantastic job. When we first gave him the conditioning test and all that stuff, he crushed it. He did great on all those type of tests that we do to see where a player is coming back off of injury. So like I said last night, it's unfortunate that he's, continues to be unlucky with these injuries, but he does a heck of a job, especially for a young man, as far as the way he attacks his rehab and comes back ready to go.
Sean Cunningham.
Luke, you guys get, OKC here 3 times in 8 days. I mean, kind of a little glitch in the system there. Just how do you kind of approach that and just the differences of, getting an opponent like that so often in such a small amount of time?
Yeah, I mean, it changes from game 1 to 3. It's more, it's in a sense, it's kind of like a mini playoff type of thing where you're making those adjustments as you go, similar to the, kind of what we just had with Dallas. And by the end of that 3rd game, when they come that quickly, your players know all the play calls, the tendencies. So you're making minor tweaks. But for playing them for the first time this year, that's going to be way different than as we prep for the 2nd and 3rd time that we play them back in Sacramento.
Crystal Saltis.
Coach, playing without Tyrese, without De'Aaron, what will going to be the biggest challenge for your team?
Offensively, I think we really, like I've said, they are, and throw Harrison in that mix too. The 3 of them really create a lot of offense for us. And on that end, we have to be able to continue to attack, even if we hit some dry spells, which most likely will happen. But we have to continue to stay in attack mode, continue to look to get the type of shots and run the offense that we want to run. And that, to me, that'll be more challenging than the defensive end, where we can that's more about effort and execution, where the offense, the guys, the playbook will be very limited in these next couple games.
Just a couple more. Tony Harvey.
Hey, Coach Walton. What's the intelligence you have about Oklahoma City? They're a pretty young team. This Brazeley guy, I'm pronouncing it right. He's putting up some solid numbers. What type of intel you have about the squad you're playing tonight?
Yeah, I mean, look, they're a young team, but they, like, their last 3, they went in and beat Boston. They lost by 3 to Phoenix, who's number 1 in the West, and then they got blown out by Indiana. So this is a team that's, they play extremely hard. They spread the floor. They play a lot of drive and kick, and if not for 1 second, should we think that this is an easy game? This team plays hard, and they beat really good teams. So we have to be ready, 1, to defend their drive and kick game, and then 2, since the trade deadline, I think they're number 1 in the NBA in second chance points, which clearly has been, when we play well, we rebound well. When we lose, teams hurt us on the offensive glass. So that's going to be a big key to tonight's game, is how well we keep them off the glass.
Last one, Jason Anderson.
Luke, you talked about your confidence in DeLon. With only 8 games left, are you preparing for the possibility of him starting out the rest of the season for you?
Well, for the immediate future, for sure. He's QB1 right now, so we'll prep him accordingly, and we'll see where we are as we move forward, in these final 8 games.